Third phase of Lok Sabha elections are just a few days away, and in Karnataka, 14 constituencies are going to polls on May 7th. One of the constituencies is Haveri Lok Sabha constituency. The BJP has fielded heavyweight and former Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai. Meanwhile, Congress has fielded debutant Anandaswamy. BJP candidate Basavaraj Bommai is completely banking on the Modi factor and the work done during his tenure as the Chief Minister. Meanwhile, Anandaswamy is banking on the Congress guarantees and the 7 Congress MLAs in the district who were elected in the 2023 Assembly elections. So let's take you through the constituency and speak with the candidates, and let's try and understand what's the mood on the ground.
Haveri constituency has 14 candidates in the fray. A rare feature about this constituency is that according to their affidavits filed with the Election Commission, none have any criminal background. The constituency has been a bastion of the BJP for the past 15 years, with party candidate Shiv Kumar Udasi winning it thrice. But this time, he announced retirement from electoral politics, forcing the BJP to look for a new candidate. Former Deputy Chief Minister K.S. Ishwarappa's son K.E. Kantesh was eyeing a ticket from this seat, but the party chose former Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai to represent the party in the Lok Sabha polls. It is the home district for Bommai, who has been winning the assembly elections from Shigaon constituency since 2008.
So we are just a few days away from the third phase of Lok Sabha elections. You have already campaigned in various areas. So what is the mood of the people now?
You can see there. There's a huge crowd everywhere. And I know each and every village gram panchayats, everything, because I represented this in Vidhan Parishad for 12 years. So wherever I go, people with open hearted welcome me, support me. All cross sections are supporting me. So there's a huge response.
So there, in the past 3 years, there are several, surprises in your life. You suddenly became the Chief Minister. Now, interestingly, you suddenly, surprisingly got the Lok Sabha ticket. What is your opinion on that?
See,
Some hard work of yours.
No. See, ultimately, what work we have done for last 35 years, that is going to decide the future. And for me, I am always a people's man, irrespective of whether I am positioned or not. And party this time has chosen me to fight the Lok Sabha. And whenever there is some challenges thrown at me, my nature is to accept it and overcome it. So I am doing it.
So you have worked as Water Resources Minister, Home Minister, the Chief Minister. What is your contribution to Haveri constituency in particular?
As a Water Resource Minister, Upper Tunga project in Haveri, which covers 4 talukas, I have irrigated 1 lakh acres. 1 lakh acres. No Water Resource Minister has done it. And in Gadag, another major Sintalur lift irrigation, I have completed the dam work as well as NR networking. Now the micro irrigation part is only there. So people know my contribution. And these two, other than these two, I have done 8 lift irrigations in these districts. And I have got a medical college to Haveri. Our BJP got earlier engineering college. Then I have got a separate university for Haveri. I have got a law college. I got agriculture college, horticulture college, and a mega market, and a separate mega dairy and a union for Haveri. So our milk is processed here and marketed from here only. So lot of development as far as irrigation and agro industries we have done. And then I got a textile park done in Shigaon.
Okay.
Where more than 20,000 women will be employed.
Okay. So one interesting thing, this Prajwal Revanna case has entirely taken over all the political narrative, all the issues. So how do you see it? Initially you had said that might be fake videos.
Tell you, yes, it is taking a lot of space in the TV medium, but in the ground reality, it doesn't have any effect.
Will it have any impact?
Because people are worried about their life, their future, their livelihood. It's a drought here, so they are facing a huge heat here. huge drinking water problem. So people are listening. Of course, it is under a huge discussion, and nobody is supporting the act. And if everybody wants the guilty to be punished.
So one last question I would like to ask you. The Congress has fielded a debutant, also a Lingayat candidate, to split votes. Do you fear it will happen, or it will be a cakewalk for you?
No, see, Congress will do so many strategies, but ultimately people are the deciding factor. How they respond is important. The response I am getting is overwhelming and so positive. I don't think their strategy to contest another Lingayat will work.
So one last, the Muslim reservation, the Prime Minister had said that the Congress government in Karnataka changed, the Muslim reservation and put them under 2B category. But the matter of the fact is that it was continuing since 1994. So what do you have to say about it, sir?
See, from day one, this is under a big question mark and discussion. Similar things were tried in Andhra and other places where High Court and Supreme Court has struck down. See, there are two things. There are small castes in Muslims like Pinjar, Chapparban, Nadaf, who are already into it. 23, 24 castes are already into it. So justice has been done to the caste and the professional people who are very, very socially and economically backward. It is taken care. The per se Mamdians, not even minorities. Minority has got Jains, Sikhs, Christians. Specifically Mohammedans, in the name of Mohammedans, reservation has been done, which is unconstitutional. Even Ambedkar has not agreed about it. Therefore, that 4% were removed, and I have put them in EWS. They go into EWS in 10%. Economically weaker sections of Muslim will get the benefit. So no injustice is done. But however, constitutionally the anomaly has to be set right. That we have done.
So you took a bold decision to remove the 2B category reservation for Muslims. Now that has become a great point of discussion. PM Modi has also raised the issue in several his rallies. So will it be now applicable to across the country?
It is nowhere there.
In Gujarat there is in some percentages there, sir.
I mean, I'm not aware. It was there in Andhra. As it is, Supreme Court has made it very clear. High Courts have made it very clear. I don't think it will be anybody could do it, and it is not provided. Religious reservations are not provided in the Constitution. That's the bottom line.
Meanwhile, Congress candidate Anand Swami Gadda Devarmat is a debutant. He belongs to the same dominant Lingayat community as of the BJP candidate Bommai. According to the Congress candidate, he is working in the constituency for the past 2 years and expressed confidence that he would defeat the former chief minister.
ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ನಾನಂತರೂ ತಮಗೆ ವಿನಂತಿಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತಾವೇ ತಮ್ಮೊಳಗೆ ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ತಾವೇ ಆನಂದ್ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಗಡ್ಡದೇವ್ರ ಮಠ ಅಂಥೇಳಿ ನನಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದವನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ತಾವೇನು ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ತಾವು ಜನರ ಬಳಿ ನನ್ನ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಮತದಾನವನ್ನು ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದ ಕೊನೆ ಉಸಿರಿರೋವರೆಗೂ ಕಪ್ಪು ಚುಕ್ಕಿ ಬರ್ದಂಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ನಡ್ಕೊತೀನಿ, ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಕರ್ತನಾಗಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ.
Meanwhile, the Election Commission is creating voter awareness across the district to increase voter turnout.
We are in Haveri bus stand where thousands of people are gathered, where the Election Commission officials have conducted a voter awareness program to create maximum number of voters to come out and vote in the May 7th election in the third phase of the Lok Sabha elections. So we have with us some of the officers who are conducting the awareness drive. So let's go and speak with them what they want to achieve and what are the objectives they have planned for today. Sir, what's the agenda for today? How you are trying to send voters to the voting booth?
Sir, we are here to increase the percentage of voting statistics. Last year we have received 77% of voting. This year we want to cross more than 80% voting. This is our main agenda. For achieving that target, for achieving that aim, we are keeping so many lot of programs. So hereafter we are conducted more than 1,000 programs in rural and urban areas also. Our main intention is to create awareness among the voters.
Sir, we can see here some kind of rangolis, banners. Can you just give us a little bit of information like what are these and how you are trying to spread awareness through this banners?
This Rangoli, the main intentions of Rangoli is the people should know that what is the date and time of voting. And second important thing that maximum those who are related people, those who are traveling one place to another place, they didn't have any imagination about the voting. For creating the voting sense and creating the voting interest among the people, we are designing here through Rangoli. And so many posters were attached on the wall. Each posters have giving the importance of vote. According to the Constitution of India, what is the importance of vote in India? For example, why we have to vote, how we have to vote, what is the importance of voting, and why we have to vote compulsory. Because to select a good member of parliament, everybody should vote because voting is our constitutional right. This thing we are going to create among the people, especially people.
Haveri Lok Sabha elections, the voters have turnout has been comparatively very good. In the last two elections, it's been above 70%. But now the election commission is planning to increase it to more than 80%.
The first-time voters are excited to exercise their franchise for the first time and say that the candidate is more important to them than the party.
Currently, we are with some of the enthusiastic youngsters who will be voting for the first time. So let's go and speak with them. How is the mood on the ground and whether they will be voting for the party or for the candidate. So let's go. Sir, will this election will be your first time?
Yes, sir. First time.
So how are you seeing this elections?
Yes,
Are you going to vote
Yes, sir.
for the party candidate or just the party?
BJP.
So will you be voting for the party or the candidate?
Candidate, sir. Candidate
Candidate. So why candidate is more important to you than the
is
party?
our work, sir.
Okay.
Working ಮೇಲೆ sir.
So this is your first time voting.
Yes, sir. First.
So how you are feeling?
Sir, feeling is good, sir. Candidate ಮೇಲೆ vote ಆಗ್ತದೆ sir.
ಭಾಳ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಾಳ ಖುಷಿ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತದೆ ಸರ್. ದೇಶದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಯಾರಾದಾರ, ದೇಶದ್ರೋಹಿ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾರು ವಿರೋಧ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ, ಧರ್ಮದ ಸಂಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಓಟ್ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಸರ್.
ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಜೊತೆ
ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
JDS alliance ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ನಮಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೈನಿಕರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರ, ಧರ್ಮದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರ ಅವ್ರಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್.
ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ voting?
ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ಈ ಸಲ.
Candidate ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ? party ಕೂಡ ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಫಸ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಪರ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮ ಯಾರು ಕಾಪಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ನಮಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಂದು ಮಾತಾಡೋರು ಭಾಳ ಜನ ನೋಡಿವಿ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಂದು ಮನೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದು ಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಡಿತಾರೆ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮುಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇ ಮನೆಯವರ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಯಾರು ಕೇರ್ ಸಹಿತ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಓಟ್ ಗೀಟ್ ಹಾಸೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಳ್ರಿ ಸರ್. ಅಂಥ ಕಳ್ರಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಳ್ರಿಗೆ ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಂತ.
ನಮಗೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ನಾಯಕ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್.
ಉತ್ತಮ ನಾಯಕ.
ಹಾಂ
ನೀವು vote ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಉತ್ತಮ ನಾಯಕ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್.
ಪಾರ್ಟಿನೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್, ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಎರಡೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಯೋಜನೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಮರಳಾಗಿಲ್ದಿರಿ ಸರ್. ಹಾಂ ಸರ್.
ಮೋದಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್. ಮೋದಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಾಹುಲ್ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ವೋಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೋದಿ.
The people of the constituency are divided when it comes to choosing between Congress's guarantees and Prime Minister Modi.
ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹ್ಞೂ ಸರ್.
ಸೊ ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾವ್ದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್?
ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು, ಪಾರ್ಟಿನೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು BJPನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಐತ್ರಿ.
ಯಾಕೆ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ?
BJP ಅಂದರೆ ಸರ್ ದೇಶದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಮೋದಿನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರಸಿ ತರ್ಬೇಕಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಥಳೀಯ SR ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಇರೋದಾರ, ಅವರು ಮಾಜಿ CM ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೋಪ್ ಐತಿ. ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು BJPನ.
ಇವಾಗ ಮೋದಿಯವ್ರ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ತುಂಬ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಜನ ಯಾರು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮೋದಿಯವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲ ವೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಂತಿರೋ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ಫ್ರಾಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ದಾಗಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ರೋಡ್ಸ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಸ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ पर्सन, काम एंड गुड पर्सन है.
मैडम मेरे साथ को इलेक्शंस है अभी.
हाँ.
तो आपके लिए कैंडिडेट इंपॉर्टेंट है कि पार्टी इंपॉर्टेंट?
ये तो हमारे इसका है, पार्टी इम्पोर्टेंट तो है, बोलो पार्टी इम्पोर्टेंट, पार्टी बोलो तो कांग्रेस पार्टी इम्पोर्टेंट है। और लोगों भी हेल्प भी ये हुआ तो नो हेल्प भी बहुत करी हमने, वो से है।
तो कांग्रेस ने 5 गारंटी दिया है आपको, कुछ
वो सब हुआ उसके बारे में तो गारंटी हुआ है। पैसे किसे बसांगा फ्री और से फ्री करी देखो सब भी अच्छा है करी ना।
ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿ ಸರನು ಮೋದಿನೇ ಬರೋದು. ಇನ್ನೂ 3 ಸಲ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ 3 ಸಲ ಆದರೂ ಮೋದಿನೇ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಅಂತೂ ಏನಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಅನುಕೂಲತೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ 2,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, 100ಕ್ಕೆ 100 ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೋ 10-20% ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಫ್ರೀ ಬಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಪುರುಷರು ಕುಂತು ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ, ಫುಲ್ ರೇಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ರೊಕ್ಕ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುಳ್ಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. 10 ಕೆ ಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಅಂತಂದು ಇಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಮುಂದಿರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೆ 10 ಕೆ ಜಿ ಅಕ್ಕಿಯನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. 5 ಕೆ ಜಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದು ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಭಾಗ್ಯಗಳು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯಗಳು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಜನ ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೋಮಾರಿಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋಂಥ ಭಾಗ್ಯಗಳಿಂದ.
ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಅವರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹಾವೇರಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಹೆಂಗಿತ್ತು ಈಗ ಹೆಂಗಾಗೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ತಂದರು, ಮೆಗಾ ಡೈರಿ ತಗೊಂಬಂದರು, ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯ ಸ್ಥಾಪನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರು, ತಿರುಗೆಲ್ಲ ರೋಡ್ ಗೀಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದರಿಂದನೂ ಹಾವೇರಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಸರ್
ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಲಾಭ ಆಗೈತ್ರಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ಸೇ ಬರ್ಬೇಕ್ರಿ. ಹೌದ್ರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸೌಲಭ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ. ಬಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ್ರಿ, ನಾವು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು.
ನಮಗೆ ದೇಶ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಮಗೆ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿನೇ ಪ್ರಧಾನಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗೋದು, ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿನೇ ಬರೋದು. ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ.
It's a mixed reaction from the people of Haveri Lok Sabha constituency. But one thing is clear, several people who spoke with India Today have told us that they are going to vote for the candidate more than any other party. BJP candidate Basavaraj Bommai and Congress candidate Anand Swamy have expressed confidence in winning the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. The D-Day, that is the polling day, is on May 7th. We will have to wait and watch who will get the blessings of Haveri people. With Sanjay Ponappa, this is Mahesh Chitnes for India Today, Haveri.